Welcome to this video of how to apply for a health and welfare review of your livestock. This is a demonstration of the annual health and welfare review. In this demo, we'll show you how to register your interest, how to create an agreement, and how to claim for your agreement. Registering your interest is simple, and guidance is given to help you through the process. We require you to answer a number of questions, such as your customer reference number, or CRN, your single business identifier, or SBI, and the email address linked to your business. On this screen, you'll be asked to enter your customer reference number. There are two fields on this screen, and both fields must contain your CRN. This must be entered accurately, as it may affect your eligibility if incorrect. The two fields, as in all the screens in this process, will need to be completed and must match. This screen requires you to enter your single business identifier, and both fields must contain your SBI. They must be entered accurately, as this may affect your eligibility if incorrect. When you finish doing this, you can click Continue. This screen requires you to enter your business email address. This email address must be linked to the business registering an interest. As with the previous screens, both of the fields must match. Once you've completed them, click Continue. Once you've completed the 3 questions, you'll be asked to check your answers and register your interest. You can go back and change those answers by clicking on the hyperlink that says Change in the right-hand side, but if you're ready to register, simply click the Register button at the bottom of the screen. You'll now be shown that your registration is complete. This comes along with an explanation of what will happen next, and you'll receive a series of emails that will take you through to the next part of the process, which is the application stage. You've now successfully registered your interest, and you'll receive an email confirming this. Also in the email will be the next steps, and this includes us checking your details against the data we hold. Once we've checked your data and you're eligible, you'll receive an email from us confirming this. This is the guidance page for farmers. It explains in depth everything that is needed to apply, who's eligible, how much funding you'll get, and how to set up a review and what to expect from the visit and from the vet. Let's start the application by clicking on the link. After clicking the link to apply in the guidance, you'll be taken to the start page for the application. Read the instructions carefully before you start, and you can get help from the RPA by using their number and email address at the bottom of the screen. Once you're ready to go, hit the Start Now button. On this screen, we ask you to enter your email address. This must be the business email address linked to the business applying for a review. Once you've entered it, click Continue. You'll now be asked to check your email account. The email will contain a link that will allow you to click through to apply for a review. It's important to note that this link can only be used once and will expire in 15 minutes. As part of the application process, we ask you which livestock do you want a review for. You can only have one review every 10 months for one type of livestock. The livestock included are beef cattle, dairy cattle, sheep, or pigs. In this instance, beef was selected, and if you have selected beef, you'll have to have 11 or more beef cattle on the date of the review. We're now asked to check our answers, type of review, and the number of livestock. If we're happy with that, we can click Continue. You'll now be asked to review your agreement offer. It clearly states the farm name, SBI, and address, and tells us what we must do and what we may need to do going forward. I must also read carefully the terms and conditions, and then I can click the Accept button to carry on with the application. The agreement is now complete. At the top of the screen, I have an agreement number, which must be used in all correspondence or talking to the RPA. You can also give this to your vet. You'll receive an email which will contain your agreement number and tell you your application has been successful. You can also use the link provided to download your agreement in PDF. Once the visit has occurred, the vet will give you a report and a review summary. You are now ready to make a claim. The link for the claim can be found in an email that was sent to you at the agreement stage. If you click on this link, you will land on the start page of the claim process. You're now ready to start your claim funding. This normally takes around 5 minutes. Before you start, you'll need the email address you applied with, the date of the visit, the name of the vet who did the visit, the vet's Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons number or RCVS number, and the laboratory unique reference number or URN for the test results. When you have these, you can click the Start Now button. As with the Apply journey, you'll need to enter your email address, and this must be the business email address used previously. Now receive an email which will contain a link which will allow you to claim your funding. This link can only be used once and will expire in 15 minutes. You'll now be asked to check your review details, and it's important to make sure that these are correct. We now must answer 4 questions as part of the claim. The first of which, when was the review completed? This is the date when the vet visited the farm. We must now enter the name of the vet that carried out the review. Once we've done this, we can click Continue. We're now asked to submit the vet's Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons number, or RCVS. It's a 7-digit number, and this can be found on the review summary the vet gave you. You can now enter the unique reference number, or URN, for the laboratory test results. You'll now be asked to check your answers. Once this is done, you can click Continue. Before submitting your claim, you must confirm the following. All the information you've provided in the claim is correct to the best of your knowledge. Disease and endemic condition testing was carried out to recommended standards. The vet has given you a written report. The vet has given you a signed and dated review summary. And finally, the review was carried out in accordance with the terms and conditions. Finally, you'll see the Claim Complete screen. And this tells you that your claim has been successfully submitted. You'll receive an email that states your agreement number and that your claim has been submitted successfully. It'll also tell you what happens next. This can be kept for your records.